So I've been surviving for about half an hour now. It's pretty rough. Woke up on the beach, don't really know what happened, and there's zombies around. All I've really had to fight them with is this wood splitting axe that I found in a shed. It's been useful so far. When I woke up, all I had was an apple, a glow stick, and some bandage. I did find a dry pack inside of a shipping container though, so that really helped. I found a couple other things, so let me go over what I found first. So inside the bag I found a can of canned spaghetti. Did find a bottle of water. Alright, so I got my bandage. My glow stick and my apple. And I found a Pepsi. Also, I did find a new shirt and pair of pants and some boots. And I also found an IJ70, but it doesn't have a mag. I did find a box of ammo, so I've been loading it loosely for now. I've been mostly using the axe for the zombies. So the loadout I showed you is typically something you can put together within the first 20 to 30 minutes of gameplay on Dayz. And that is barely surviving. When the servers are fresh, and sometimes you end up way out in the woods, if you spawn with only an apple, a glow stick, and some bandages, I've died before starvation and thirst before ever making it to a town. But if you start on the beach, generally you can put together a loadout like this in about 20 minutes of searching, especially if you spawn close to one of the docks with the shipping containers. I'm using my Polish P64 Makarov in place of a IJ70. I am currently looking at IJ70 to add to the collection. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it or not. They are pretty rare, but anyway, so this is a Polish service pistol. This was their military and police pistol. It's chambered at 9x18 Makarov, which is just a little hotter than the 380 that the IJ70 and Dayz is chambered in. In real life, the IJ70 is going to be chambered in the same cartridge disc, 9x18, or in 380 as well, and I believe 32 ACP. So anyways, the problem is when you find a loadout like this, you get your IJ70, usually doesn't have a mag. You have to single shot it, and that could be a bit of a problem, especially survival situation. I would recommend as a strategy in DayZ, if you got something like this and you do find a box of ammunition, run through a small town, draw the zombies to you, hop up on a car, and take them out one by one. This does make you a target for other players, but if you're on a pretty low pop server or even a one of the officials, you can usually get away with it depending on what town you're in. It's not something I would advise in a town next to a mill base. Obviously, players are going to congregate around there. So let's do some shooting here. Now, the problem with the P64 Makarov is it has a last round hole open with a magazine only. So the IJ70 does have a way to hold the slide open with a slide catch. The Polish P64 Makarov does not have such a thing. So loading it single is a bit challenging. And because it is such a small gun, and 9x18 is a bit of a hot cartridge for the size, it is snappy on the recoil. Now, of course, this is much harder than the actual IJ70 would be, and you see I just dropped my cartridge out of the gun, out of the bottom there. This is not how I would recommend anyone trying to survive using a single shot like this. It's relatively hard. So I'm actually going to go get the magazine so I can do some proper shooting with this and show y'all what it's really capable of. So at this point in the game, I've played another 15 minutes. I found a ruined IJ70, but it did have a magazine in it. So now the gun is actually somewhat useful at close range. It doesn't have a lot of power. And I do have a full review of this gun on my YouTube channel. You see, it does hold open on the last round on an empty mag. Now it's low ammo capacity and relatively weak power means as far as going against zombies, you usually have to unload 4 rounds into a zombie to kill it if you're doing center mass. You can headshot zombies and take them out with 1 shot. If they have any kind of helmet or anything like that, usually it won't take them out in 1 shot. Normally you would get rid of this handgun as soon as you found yourself a Colt or a Glock or pretty much any other handgun besides this. This is your starter handgun. Once you start getting towards the interior of the map, towards the mill bases, this is practically useless. So normally from here in my gameplay, what I would do is I would stay on the coast and continue heading east, collecting as much food as possible, making sure I find me a knife of some kind in conjunction with my axe in order to try to help me open up cans and stuff like that, and so I can assassinate zombies when possible. Once I get all the way to the furthest east city of the map, I would head up the road, and there's a small military outpost there, and that can take you all the way up to Northwest Airfield. But that can start getting you set up and going. So I'm going to check back with you after a couple more hours of gameplay, and when I find some better gear after I hit that checkpoint.